How are you? All right, everybody. How are you? Good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. We did have some guests last night, and I hope that they're still around. I love having guests. Um, and during the course of last night, I actually recorded a commentary for one of my favorite movies, To Live and Die in LA. I intentionally left it kind of blank towards the end so that you can interpret and appreciate the ending, a very unique ending to the movie, on your own. Um, so now that, of course, that we've gone over the movie and everything, what do you think of that ending of To Live and Die in L.A.? Of course, go ahead and write your opinion and everything down in the comments and everything. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Hope you're having a terrific day. Got my Bubba right here. Yeah, that big Bubba. Yeah, look at that Bubba. And that Bubba love. She's a Bubba love. Bubba love. Yeah, yeah. 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 Oh, yeah, baby. And I figured I'd take maybe a couple Q&A questions to start the day. And this one is from Donnie out there in Miami. Never been to Miami, but appreciate all your interest, Donnie, very much. Uh, this first question is a very good question. I've been waiting to answer it. And what are some of your favorite action movies of the 90s and 2000s? Well, I really like SWAT. I really do. I don't feel that it holds up through every scene or anything like that, but I really like the conflict between Jeremy Renner's character and Colin Farrell. I feel that Josh Charles does an okay job in it as well. And the camera's moving on its own. There you go. And who else do I like in it? Oh, Samuel L. Jackson, he does a good performance. Michelle Rodriguez. Fun little action movie of the 2000s kind of gets buried in the shuffle of a lot of other movies, but it actually was profitable, I believe. I don't know why they never. They may have made a direct-to-video sequel, but I don't usually count those as sequels. So, uh, I'm a big fan of that movie. I'm a big fan of Eraser. I think Eraser is one of the more underrated action movies of the era. Um, and I highly recommend Eraser. You haven't seen it. Another one from the 90s I really like, which a lot of people like, but I feel. Oh, there's the baby. Let's get the baby in the shot. The baby girl just want to be in the shot. Yeah. Oh, catch him. Oh, good girl. Got the ball. Yeah. Oh, good girl. Round of applause for the doggy. Round of applause. Hit you in the mouth. It's okay. Oh, so a 2000s and 90s action movie I clearly like a lot is Swordfish. My dog and I watched that the other day again. Really enjoyed that one. Um, yeah, those are some. There was one 90s action movie that I'd never hear discussed. It's called Eve of Destruction, and it's kind of a sci-fi action movie. But I really enjoyed that one. I look forward to owning it and discussing it more. Starred a European actress, I can't recall her name, and then the great Gregory Hines. And Gregory Hines wasn't in a lot of action movies, but I much enjoy the action movies he chose to be in. A lot of them had comedy or different genres blended in, but definitely a very talented actor, and I enjoyed watching his films. Demolition Man, very good action movie of the 90s. Many other action movies of the 90s. Um, I much enjoy FX and FX2. That's the first one in the 80s, second one in the 90s. Not perfect movies, but I like how they're both on one DVD and I can watch, you know, both of the films. And yeah, I'm sure I'll cover a lot more of these movies from the 80s and 90s that I'm fond of, but that briefly, Donnie in Florida or some of these 80s and 90s action movies that I happen to enjoy. Thank you so much for the question. I think I'll get to one more and then hopefully do a video later today as well. Oh, all right. Good doggy. Good doggy. And this one's a very simple one. It's from where is she from? Topeka. Jill in Topeka, Kansas. And Jill asks, "What is my favorite video game adaptation into a movie?" Well, I haven't seen Assassin's Creed. I hear it's horrible. I haven't seen Warcraft. I hear it's horrible. I haven't seen. Um, I'd like to see Warcraft now. Actually, I mean, it actually made more money than Assassin's Creed, so I'd like to see that one. I haven't played Warcraft a little bit in the early days. I mean, by lack of options out there, I was reporting a lot of news that Sega was making a lot of deals to sell out their old IP and Nintendo as well. Those have been stalled. A lot of those deals, So we don't have a Metroid movie. We don't have a Zelda movie. It's hard to say. We don't have the full field of all these games. But in terms of Double Dragon, in terms of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, in terms of the other ones that have been made, without a doubt, my favorite one is Super Mario Brothers. I, like many people, didn't like it for many years, but then watching it and kind of appreciating the abstract nature of its interpretation of the game. Obviously, it doesn't interpret the game directly, but there are some things you could pick up on. And even if not, it's a good movie and it's literally adapted from a video game. You take the Super Mario characters and you put them in this world, and take a couple of other characters and they kind of spin it into a different direction. And visually, I think it's a stunning movie. And really enjoy the film. I can't really think of another video game adaptation that even succeeds remotely for me. I did not enjoy Mortal Kombat at all. When I saw it in theaters, I think I wanted to walk out, may have even walked out. Definitely snuck in and saw it for free. So that one, of course, is not it. And like I say, we're waiting for a really good video game or even board game adaptation movie. Battlefield, or what is it called? Battleship was a really bad film, and then canceled any chance for any more board game adaptations, such as Monopoly or Sorry or any of those that have been in development. So anyway, I'll think a little bit more about that video game question if there's any other example. One that pops to mind immediately is Cloak and Dagger, which I'm not sure the timeline, but I know it either inspired an Atari game or the Atari game was inspired from it. And that's a very effective game with Henry Thomas, or movie with Henry Thomas and Dabney Coleman. But I wouldn't necessarily put it on the level in terms of entertainment like Super Mario Brothers. So, all right, everybody. Hope you're enjoying your day out there. And thank you so much to Jill, and thank you so much to Donnie for your questions. I'll post some more Q&A answers and responses, or questions and responses a little bit later, questions and answers.